Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. The topic of this newsletter is going to be maintaining your emotional self-control. Well, this is one of the most importantly critical things that a guy needs to focus on with women he's dating or women that he's in a relationship with, or even when he's meeting a girl and trying to pick her up for the first time and get her number and set a date with her right on the spot. Because the idea is that when a guy deep down, for whatever reason, whether it was their fucked up childhood, maybe they came from a shitty background like I did, where family was just full of emotionally messed up and fucked up people, then what happens is, like, I speak from my own experiences. Like, I originally, when I was younger, I had this deep-seated belief that I wasn't worthy and I wasn't good enough, and I didn't deserve to have a really great girl who loved me and who adored me and who appreciated me. So every time I interacted with a woman, in the back of my mind, it was always, well, this isn't going to work out. She's not going to like me. Or when she gets to know me well, then she's just going to dump me or blow me off, or it's not going to work out. And so when I would call and I'd leave a message and I'm waiting to hear back from her, what happened was I was just, a lot of times I'd become impatient and think, oh my God, see, she hasn't called me back in the first 5 minutes, so it must mean she doesn't want me anymore. And then I would call again, or I'd call a few hours later, leave another message. And when you do those things, because there's some women will purposely not call a guy back right away just to see how he handles it. Because most guys that they encounter are needy and insecure and weak. And I know this from talking to thousands of women over the years, and plus several of the women I've dated that I've met online. Like, I remember this one gal I met, and she was very beautiful, and she reached out to me on my dating profile, because I never pursue women when I'm doing online dating. I put my profile out there, and they read it, and if they feel that they match what I'm looking for, they'll reach out to me. But I remember this one particular girl, she's beautiful, a Russian girl. She was telling me that when she signed up on Match.com, that within the first 24 hours she got 180 emails. And it was so overwhelming that after a week she deleted her profile, because, I mean, there were so many emails, she's like, couldn't even respond to all of them. And some of those guys, within 24 hours of sending their email, were already sending a second, a third, calling her saying, you're stuck up, what a bitch you are, you think you're all that, not responding to me, and you think you're better than me. And it's just, I mean, these guys just total, I mean, these are good-looking guys, too, that she was telling me, successful guys. And they're just automatically assuming that the girl doesn't want them, and they don't know the fact that she's got over 180 emails and she can't even respond to all of them, because she got so many nasty responses. She's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. And you'll see that a lot. A lot of women will just disappear from Match.com, especially really super beautiful ones, because they just get inundated with these kind of nasty emails. So a lot of times, just it's like when you reach out to a girl, you call her and leave a message, or you send her a text, or you send her an email or whatever, you have to wait for her to get back to you. And if she doesn't get back to you, it's obvious that she doesn't want to talk to you. But a lot of guys ruin their chances completely because they get impatient, because deep down they think that they're not worthy and they don't deserve a particular woman, and they completely fuck up. And I've got an email here from a guy who's dating a girl, and it's obvious that he was acting very needy, very insecure, and he's coming from that same place that I used to, which is he thinks things aren't going to work out, and it's just a matter of time before she ditches him for somebody else. And it's like he's all over her like flies on shit, or like white on rice. I mean, it's just makes a woman feel suffocated. It makes her feel like, wow, this guy's a stalker, or he's a total freak. And you want to get dumped really quick, act and do the things that this guy is doing. He says, hey, Coach, well, my girlfriend has been acting strange the last 2 weeks, not answering her phone when she goes out, or not texting me. I get very stressed and jealous and also needy, and I lost it. And I stupidly dumped her on Facebook. I pretty much dumped myself. How can I deal with this? I mean, I've seen so many emails over the years from guys that do that. They think, oh, it's not going to work out. And so, I mean, I did that one time. I wrote a story in my book where I sent an email to a girl because we had this great date, and I wanted to get together with her. And unbeknownst to me, she was on a trip. She was out of town. And so she didn't have access to her email. This is, I mean, probably 15 years ago at this point. But I sent her an email, wanting her to get together for another date, or I called her and left a message. I can't even remember. I think I left her a message, And then I didn't hear back from her. I can't remember what it was. It was an email or a message. I would tell you in my book because it's been so long now. But what happened was I didn't hear back from her after like 2 or 3 days. And so I got all bent out of shape thinking, hey, we had this great time this date. Why aren't you responding to me? Because I just automatically assumed it's because she didn't like me or she didn't want me. And like a week later, I get an email back from her just saying, oh, I can't believe you sent me this email and tell me what a jerk I was. She's like, I was out of town. I was in New Orleans for Mardi Gras with a bunch of friends. And I was like, and I read this and I thought, oh man, what a fucking idiot. I just totally fucked it up. I totally fucked up because I was impatient. Because you never know. That's why when you leave a message for a girl, you got to wait for her to get back to you. Maybe she's busy. Maybe she lost her phone. Maybe something come up. Maybe there's an emergency. Maybe she's out of town. Maybe she's working. Maybe her work required her to fly to another part of the world. And so she's just strictly unavailable. So you just have to hang back and you got to wait. And so when you respond and you act like a total jackass, just like this particular guy did, because of his own feelings of insecurity and fear and doubt, I mean, it's like what you fear, you attract. And obviously in this case, he's worried that she's going to dump him for another dude. And because he's obviously blowing up her phone and chasing after her, and women don't like it. And they're going to ignore your text when you act this way and not text you back. And the more they don't respond to you, the more whacked out you act, the more like psycho chick you act, or you act like a psycho dude or a psycho stalker. And all you're communicating is that you don't feel you're worthy and you don't deserve her. And so eventually she's going to treat you this way. And it's like you didn't wait for her to get back to you, and so you just dumped her over Facebook. And so how should you deal with this? First off, you need to learn to, when you leave a message, you just got to wait, no matter how long it is. Maybe it's a week or two or whatever. And if the girl doesn't get back to you, then guess what? She doesn't want to see you and she doesn't want to talk to you. You just move on. And so my advice to you is to go to my website right now, and on the right-hand side, underneath the email sign-up box, there's a box that has a link that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Once you get to the download page, on the right-hand side, if you don't have a Kindle device, there's a button you can click on the right-hand side where you can download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app, and only a few more seconds after that to complete the purchase of my book, and you'll be reading it in no time. So read it 10 to 15 times so you can learn all the common mistakes that most guys are making, because you're doing a lot of things wrong already from what you're telling me here. And there's probably a lot of things, I'll guarantee there's a lot of things that you're doing wrong that you don't even know that you're doing wrong that are turning women off. So that my book will completely open your eyes, and it'll give you the baseline knowledge of what I'm teaching and talking about in my articles on my website and in my videos. So if you have a question that you want to ask me or a topic you'd like me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session, and you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you appreciate the value of my coaching video newsletters, you could show your appreciation by going to my website, and on the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.